All right. All right. Well, welcome Transformational Tuesday, people. Whoop, 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 whoop. Tonight, we are all so honored to welcome Jaqueline, the inspiring author of My Pink Window. In her book, Jaqueline invites us to look through a symbolic window into her life, a view shaped by courage, faith, and resilience. My Pink Window tells the story of her journey through three defining battles, each one testing her strength, but also uncovering her power to heal, grow, and transform. Beyond her book, Jacqueline is a certified transformational life and purpose coach, dynamic speaker, and three times breast cancer survivor. Woo, God is good. With a background in communication, she uses her voice and her story to inspire women to see their worth. Through her coaching and her platform, Jacqueline creates her safe space for growth, healing, and alignment. A space where women can reconnect with a life that feels authentic, grounded, and deeply fulfilling. Her testimony isn't just about surviving, it's about choosing to thrive. And she reminds us that even in life's hardest battles, we can open a window to light, love, and purpose. Let's welcome Jaqueline.
Thank you so much, DeShala. How are you?
It was a great day. So.
Good.
Very blessed to have you on here. Seriously, it's such a pleasure.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I am honored. So thank you very much.
Very, very welcome. People deserve to hear your story and to be inspired by it. So I'm super excited for us to get started and go on forward from here. So are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Well, we're going to start with a couple of theme icebreakers to warm us up a little bit so we can break the ice. All right.
All
Your
right.
book is called My Pink Window. If you could look out of that window today, what would you hope to see?
Oh, wow. I would hope to see many women transformed, many women healed, many women really knowing who they are, lifting their voices, and actually doing what what God has given them to do, and remembering who they are. And when I say that, I'm thinking here, when I say who they are, it's remembering who they are, because it's nothing that is new. It's just remembering who we are in the beginning and moving forward.
Yes, I love that. Snap, crackle, pop. Yeah. Crackle, pop. I just want to say that out loud. Okay, I have two more questions that I'm going to ask you, and then we're going to move on.
Okay.
The second question is, the subtitle mentions three battles. If you could give them fun or creative titles, like a movie or a song name, what would you name any of them?
Oh my gosh. Three battles. The first battle, I would say naive. It's not a famous title or movie title, but I would say naive. The second one was more what's going on. Marvin Gaye song, What's Going On.
I like that.
The third one is Oh No. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. But it was more of an awareness, seriously, serious. Now I've got to, this is like serious now. Got to get on it.
Let's do something about it. Like, oh no, not today.
Exactly. Not again. Right. Not again.
Exactly. I like that. Okay. The last question I have for this section is, while writing your book, what was your personal comfort corner? Like, was it a favorite snack, cozy space, something that you like to color that gave you strength while writing this book?
It was actually, and I'll probably repeat this again, but it was meditation. That was my safe corner, because it kept me actually stable. it kept me from, jumping out of the window. But yeah, I would say meditation was everything for me. I do believe in that, and I believe it works. That's something that I can hold on to. Something I could quiet my mind and peace, and really, that's a way of nurturing myself. That was my quiet time. I would say that. So
Oh, I
in
like
that, yeah, my quiet place.
I like that. It kind of reminded me in this. I used to work in the schools when they tell the kids to go to that quiet place, and for you to describe it that way, I'm like, I like that description. Okay, right. Now let's get into this journey of yours. Okay.
Okay.
Can you share a little bit about where you were before the transformational journey began? Like within, yeah.
Where I was. Mentally, physically, emotionally, I was okay. I was working. I was actually finishing school, um, getting my master's, and just started this brand new job that I was like, this is it. And I enjoyed it because it was everything that I asked for. So I was in a good place before this whole thing started. I thought I was in a good place, but you never know what happens. You don't know what happens inside. So uh, I was in a place to where I thought my world had opened up. Now this is the start of a brand new career, of meeting new people, of doing what I like to do. And it turned out to be something else that I had to, I don't want to say conquer, but I had to deal with after thinking that I was okay.
Right, right. I like that. Okay, question number two. What was one of the biggest challenges you faced during this time of the transformational part of it? Um, yeah.
Okay, so the biggest challenge was my mind, was my speaking, was my thinking that, am I going to get over this? Am I going to get another, round of cancer? Am I going to continue to uh, get a setback? Once I go forward, then something else happens. I don't know why. I don't think we all know why, but I was constantly thinking about, okay, is it the stress? Is it, things from childhood that I hadn't yet resolved?
Right.
Was it, the food that I ate? Was it, just thinking about a lot of things, and then challenging the fact that I am who God says I am.
Amen.
So, and saying that I am healed, the powerful words of I am. And so that was the beginning of the challenge, just knowing that the words that I speak are important, and challenging myself to keep that up, to stay positive, to say I am worthy, to say I am whole, to say I am healed. And
Amen.
when you're in a situation of um, taking chemo, or trying to be positive through the things that you've gone through, that's very hard. It is challenging, but it's it's a mindset of, this is what I have to do. I've got so much more to go.
You do, and I feel like so y'all, I read three-quarters of her book, okay, and I feel like just by reading what I read thus far, I mean, like you said, you still have a long way to go from here, but even just reading what I wrote, I mean, this is the start right here. I don't know if y'all can see this. Y'all can probably also see it on her end, but yeah, just starting with this book is where you are starting right now, where God has you to start speaking out about breast cancer awareness, but also, like you said, the mental mindset of it is that definitely is a hard space to be in, especially when you're going through something hard and challenging like you did. And you did it. You faced it. And you also had loved ones along with you. You did.
Yes, yes, I did. My husband was with me all, the whole way. You never think that your husband is going to have to go through anything, or that vice versa, but I mean, he was there. He was the second battle, and this one as well. He was
Yep.
there. He was taking me to the restroom. He was helping me to shower. He was helping me, dress. So, and cook. He's not a good cook, but I ate it. Um, and just being there,
Yeah.
you know, um, and it's like men always want to be the one to resolve things,
Yep.
right? They
Have the
want to be
answers.
there to take everything that I'll say this, they're a fixer. They try to
There we
fix
go.
it.
There we go.
And
Yep.
you can't fix it,
Hmm.
that's something that I needed him to just be there for me.
Hmm.
And he was.
To be by your side. That's it. You just be present with
That's
me.
it.
I like that. Ooh, I like that. Okay, third one from this section is what inspired your title, My Pink Window? Because people don't know, but I do. How does it
Okay.
serve as a metaphor for your story?
Wow. That's a great question because um, it, and people probably won't believe it, but that question, it kind of sits as it's very spiritual. I'll say that. I woke up one morning, the second bout that I had, and it was about 6 o'clock in the morning when I woke up, and the statement or words, "My pink window," came in my head. Now, I didn't know what it meant. My husband didn't know what it meant. I thought it was more of a nonprofit that I'm supposed to create. I created a nonprofit and figured out it is not it.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't exactly know whether I was supposed to talk about it, whether where it was to be placed in my life. But after 5 years, then it came to me that my pink window, of course, pink is breast cancer, window is what you see out of the window. So it's about looking at life outside of where you are right now, looking at life as not just a healing place, but where you want to go, where you want to be. What is important in your life that you want to get to. It's not just sitting on the other side. If you think about it, what does the window do? It keeps you in, and it keeps you out, right? You can be out or in. Looking out of the window is more of to seeing yourself moving forward.
Mhm.
So my pink window, that's where it came from. It was just put in my head, and I believe from the divine to do
Mhm.
something
Mhm.
as a metaphor. Yeah, to move to see the other side of where you are.
Yeah. And I believe you 100% when things like that drops in your heart and when God put things like that on your heart is definitely from him.
Oh yeah,
Because I've experienced it myself. I'm like, ooh, okay, let's just try it and see what happens. And like you said, you tried the nonprofit and when it's like, nope, that ain't it. That's not what I
right,
want to do. Versus when you created this title for the book, like, that's what I want you to do with it. That's what I want you to start with anyways. You never know
start
how.
with.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah. So it's a starting point for me, but I waited 5 years because I was like, surely he doesn't think I'm going to be writing a book, you
Ain't that
know,
funny? Yep. Exactly.
and
So,
then here we are.
mm-hmm. And it's great, y'all. So we're gonna get to y'all copy later. We'll show details later. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about the turning point. Was there
Okay.
a specific moment or event that sparked your decision to start changing your life within?
Uh, yes. Now I'll go back to the second time because remember the first time I was like, okay,
Yep.
I'm in
Yep.
too much of a hurry. It was like, I didn't really take it seriously. And
Right.
and it's sad to say that, but I didn't. I was thinking, okay, let's just get it done. I am type A personality. So I was like, okay, let's get it done. And so I can continue my life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So challenging. I mean, the turning point was actually the second,
Mm-hmm.
to where I was, let's get stress free. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's eat right. Let's. I had gained a lot of weight. And so I said, okay, I got to get back in the gym, doing what I love, which is walking and walking in nature. But along with the second bout, it really was the third. The third was devastating. Each one of them very different. Each one of the battles, it just progressed. So, of course, the first one, the second one was more progressed than the other. The third one, it was scary. It was hard. It was devastating. And not to say that the other ones weren't, but this one was stage 4. In my mind, I'm thinking, how did this happen?
Right. Because you did all the stuff, you know?
Yeah, and I continued. I walked 4 miles a day. I was eating right. I was, lowering my stress. I was, just enjoying life. So I felt that I actually was pleading and praying and pretty much, and I'm not going to say begging, but more, begging, what is going on, God? What is this again? And in myself, I always ask the questions, why? Since I was a little girl, it's like, why, but I have to know why.
Yeah.
So that the third one really changed the way that I behave now, the way that I look at life, the way I look at people, the way I care about people, making sure that I leave someone that I speak to inspired, or motivated to take care of themselves or do something that they love to do. We all get into this thing of we were just talking today. I was talking with my coworkers. We tend to stay in the same place as far as living. Go out of your neighborhood, go to another country. I don't know about right now, but go to another country, go on vacation, enjoy life, because you really don't know. And that's a cliche, it may seem like a cliche, but you really don't know what's going to come up. And, all the wishes that you want, all the passions that you dream of that you put on hold because you're trying to take care of yourself, you have to bring that back. They say laughter is the best medicine, and it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, I agree with you 100%. I was gonna say something while you were talking, and it's gone. I lost it. Gone. I think I was gonna say something like just to have that childlike spirit, I guess, or like what did you really enjoy doing as a kid that you stopped doing as you became an adult? Because responsibilities come with being an adult, but also like what is that one thing? Because like you said, you never know what might just come up unexpectedly.
Right. Yeah, and that's it. What is it that you wanted to be when you grew up? Because as soon as we get older, we forget about it, right? We get back into society, we get back to what other people want us to do, what other people want us to dress like, look like, how they want us to talk, and it's hard to be yourself when you have all these things coming, but who you are. It's just, how do you voice that? We tend to leave everything in, keep everything in. And I think that is part of hiding, and not revealing who we really are. So that's part of remembering who we are in the first place. So I had to do that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I say I had to do that. I had to remember who I was and my purpose. What is my purpose? And so yeah, I'm learning that my purpose is to raise my voice, lift my voice, which I haven't done in years.
Yeah, use that voice of yours that God is intending for you to use to change other people's lives and thoughts. I had a thought when you were saying all of that about the window part of it, when it's talking about my pink window, but also when people look into the window or even looking at the mirror on the opposite side of like when you talk about who am I, like what do you really want me to do on this earth? It's like what I've been thinking for myself is like, what do you want me to do? How can I help change lives based on my unfortunate experience type of stuff? So I love that you shared that. thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. We not done yet though, girl. We're almost done. We're not done yet. Okay, here's the process of transformation questions. What helped you stay motivated during the harder days of your journey?
What helped me stay motivated? Okay, this is going to sound really weird.
Let it be weird. We weird. I know I'm weird, so go ahead.
Okay, there's a show. Oh my gosh, it just left me. I can't think of the show now. Other than watching television, okay, and flipping through the channels, and making sure that I, eat and all of that kind of stuff. It was my husband. It was my husband. It was actually knowing that I'm already healed. Again, it is I am healed. Knowing that, it was really thinking about what I'm to do after. What is it that I'm supposed to do after? So making a plan and believing that, oh, I am going to do this. This is what I'm going to do when I'm healed, when I'm ready to, go back to work, or I am going to travel. So all of my passions is what kept me going, knowing that I am going to do this and I'm going to have fun doing it, and I'm not going to have any inhibitions. I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to move forward. So that actually is what it is. I wanted to create my business, and it wasn't going to be created if I wasn't here.
Right.
But yes, so just having the passion and believing that I am going to create a business and move forward with that, having something to aspire to is what kept me going.
I like how you said, because the first thing, when you first mentioned about your husband motivating you, I thought about, I'm not going to say the details of the book, okay? But the first thing that came to my head is when you said, after looking at in the mirror and you walked out the door and your husband was right there to basically just embrace and hold you within that moment. Like, that made me, I got shivers within my body, like, ooh, like, that's love right there. That's true love. I love that. Like, it made me, like, it gave me some hope. So
yeah. So you're talking about when I came out of the shower. Yes. And yes, I thought he had gone. So for those who don't know, my husband would take me and he would help me shower, but he would kind of be in the room.
Yes.
But this time I thought he had left. So so I was kind of crying. I was doing the ugly cry right in the shower. While water, draining down my back and everything. But when I came out, he was there. He was right there. So at that point, I knew he heard me crying, and I knew that he wanted to just embrace me, and just let me know that he was there and that it doesn't matter, what happens. He will always be there. So yeah, that was a moment, and just so gentle,
I just felt it in your words. I'm sorry. I felt that wasn't even there. So I felt it all. So.
Yeah. Aww. And you need someone like that. You need support, even if it's, family, friends. At that time, I didn't want anyone to know. I didn't want anyone to know the second time or this third time. So
yeah. How did your faith, I love talking about faith, y'all, because I love God so much. He got me through a lot of things. How did your faith influence your journey? And did it ever feel tested, especially going through this journey, or transformed?
Yes, definitely tested. Definitely tested. I mean, it's easy to just walk away. It's easy to blame God for everything. I mean, definitely tested, because asking all the time why, and not just why, but I was angry. I was very angry, because my thing is, okay, Lord, you set me up for all this great stuff, and but what I learned was that I needed to slow down. I was getting right back to where I was before, to
Mm-hmm.
just fast pace, getting stressed out, not eating. So I was slowly going back to that. Instead, it just was like, click. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I got you. I needed to slow down. I needed to look at where I was. I also believe that I was going down the wrong path.
Oh,
So
yeah.
getting closer, of course, getting closer, it made me realize that that I'm okay, that I am enough, that I am loved, that I can conquer anything with God and belief. Truly believe in the divine.
Mhm.
Truly believe. I know people say, "Do you believe?" But it's not just believe. It's
Mhm.
about putting emotion behind that belief. How does it feel when you are healed? That
Yeah.
emotion, how does it feel? It's the same. How do you feel if you want something? How does it feel to get a new house? What is the emotion that goes with that? So for me, it was how would I feel if I were healed or when I am healed?
Yeah.
And that emotion along with prayer and believing that God has already healed you because
Yeah.
he has a plan,
Mhm.
right? So you believe in the promise
Yeah.
that he's already given you. You don't believe in the pain, but you believe in the promise and the purpose. So that's actually what helped me as far as my belief and my faith and spirituality. Yeah,
Mhm.
it drew
I
me
like,
closer.
yeah. I like how it's even reminding me two things that you said. The A, continue to slow down because I've been slowing down a lot with a lot of things in my personal life. But then two, to also feel the emotion with whatever, honestly, whatever I'm blessed with, or it would even going through within the moment. Like, how do you feel? It's okay to have those feelings. It's all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah. How did your relationships with family, friends, or even your faith community evolved as you walked through your battles?
how did it evolve? You know, um, like I said, I really didn't let anybody know.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a very close knit, I'll say close friends. So there was my husband. There
Mm-hmm.
was maybe 5 people that
Okay.
knew, if that.
Mm-hmm.
So being that, and this is being that it was the third time, I'm like, okay, do I really need to make an announcement?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
other than prayer, and the support of people praying for me, I really did not want to open it up
That's
because
fair.
I didn't want anyone to feel pity. I didn't want the
Mm-hmm.
awkwardness of them having to tell me, I'm sorry, or I didn't want any of that. I just wanted to go ahead and get myself together, mentally with this because it takes a lot to continue on that journey of healing, and then having people feel the weight of that and not knowing exactly what to say or exactly how to approach you. So I said, let me just alleviate all of that. I don't want anyone to feel pity for me. I don't want anybody to feel awkward. I just want people to go along their daily lives, and the ones that I did tell, they were prayer warriors. And so that was the big thing for me.
Yes.
I'm not one to put everything on Facebook, well now, because I have a story to tell. But I am a very private person.
Yeah, that's fair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So writing the book it was so vulnerable. It was after
Mm-hmm.
I finished, I was thinking, now it's finished. Okay, do I really want to put it out there?
Mm-hmm.
And, I did. So to help others, it doesn't do me any good to keep it, close to my heart.
So yeah, yeah. I'm glad you wrote it. I mean, I told you I'm real three quarters. I'm right just before you tell the third battle of yours. So
Okay.
yeah, because I
Okay.
read it before bed. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a lot. I got stuff. I'm like,
Yes.
because I know me. I'm like, let's start again tomorrow. Um, okay, let's talk about moving on with the actual transformation. All right. How has your life changed since you began your journey of this
Mhm. Um, it's changed a lot. It's changed every single day. Um, I don't I don't take life for granted anymore. And like I said, I have learned to slow down, but also I've learned to cherish the moments, um,
transformation?
everything and anything, because the moments are what you can't take back. You know,
Right,
just like time, it's the same. You can't take it back. I
right,
found a deeper faith, a deeper strength that I didn't know I even had. So yeah, it's just being my true self, living my true self, and just believing that there's a purpose for why I am here. There is there's a friend of mine who had I think, family member who went through breast cancer, but she did not, she didn't make it. So the question that was brought to me was why? And it's like, okay, why do some people make it? Some people don't. We don't know the answer to that.
right. Exactly.
We don't. And it makes me feel a certain kind of way because sometimes I feel that I should have all the answers or that people expect me to have all the answers. But I will tell you, each woman, well, and man who has breast cancer, it's a different experience for everyone.
Right,
It's a different experience for their family members, their friends. It's a different experience for them. Not every person that has breast cancer experiences this the same way,
right,
you
right.
know.
Something's and things like that is different too for everyone. I mean, I I have a best friend mom who actually passed away from it. So, but the friend is she's doing okay.
Yes.
But that's why I was like, oh, I gotta bring you on here, and I'm gonna share this. I mean, I'm gonna share this on my page, but I also want to personally share this with her, and hoping that you know you could speak some light to my friend as well. So, but also people shouldn't also, I think personally, people shouldn't put such a big expectation on you to know all the answers either, because that's like unfair. It's like, well, she doesn't. We don't know. Nobody knows, like you said.
No.
No one knows. So it is unfortunate, but for those who unfortunately didn't make it. But I'm not taking that light, but I'm just saying like we just don't know.
Right. Yeah, we just don't know.
Mhm.
So
Man, a little heavy. All right, let's move on to something else. Something else.
it's
What's
a lot. It is a lot. It is a
yeah,
lot.
it is. It is. What's something about yourself today that you're most proud of?
Oh wow. I am proud that I never gave up.
Mm,
I am proud of the resilience that I have shown, or that I found in myself, and also the courage to be myself. I am a different person.
mhm.
I'm proud that I faced the fear because when I was told that,
Yeah.
let me tell you, it was and I can't even, I said devastating, but it was more than devastating. It was fear, it was doubt, it was oh my gosh, I can't even give a description of the words that I
Right.
feel. When you go through breast cancer and they say you have breast cancer. So first time, by the third time,
Mhm.
you know, you're just like, what?
Mhm.
Like,
Come
what?
on. Why
What do
does
you
it keep
want?
happening? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you
Like,
want?
stop it.
Um,
Yeah.
but what am I supposed to be doing? What do I do? So I'll say more than devastating, but I am proud that I kept going. I really am proud that I kept going. I could have easily given up,
Mhm.
easily given up. But I'm proud of myself for moving forward, for realizing that I have something to share, something
Yeah.
to give, and that someday that was going to come to fruition and that I would be able to do that. So I am proud of, like I said, that I kept going.
Amen. Girl, I'm proud of you too. Look at you smiling. Look at that. Looking back, because I'm just very curious about this question. What would you tell the younger version of yourself who is just starting out in general, just in life?
Mm. I would tell my younger version of myself that you are stronger than you think,
Mhm.
that not to let fear or other people dictate your life,
Yeah.
and just trust yourself, have faith, deep faith, and just believe. Um, Getting a little emotional.
Okay. Okay.
um, and believe that even in the hardest times, that you will rise. Even in the hardest times, you will rise.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Amen. Tell her. um, what's one? Well, maybe you have more than one. What is an advice you would give someone who feels stuck or discouraged while going through this battle themselves?
Oh, you know, and I keep saying believe, don't let the circumstances change, or don't wait for the circumstances to change before believing. That's
Right.
what I would say.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
we wait on things because we have to see it. But if we were to see it before,
True.
visualize, you know, um, believe it before you see it. We do that all the time,
Mm-hmm.
right?
You do. That's right.
So believe first, speak new life over yourself,
Mm-hmm.
really speak and be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Be kind to yourself, because we say so many things that are not good, okay, about ourselves, that
Right.
doesn't serve us well. And so those things just continuously go in, get it, go in and out of our heads. Okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking too fast.
That's right.
So transformation begins when you choose faith and belief over fear.
That's right.
That's what I would say. Uh, Again, don't wait for the circumstances to change before you believe that you are healed.
Mm-hmm.
Before you believe that things are going upward, not down.
I like
That
that.
needs to be done. That needs to be out of your vocabulary anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
something that you need to just like, we're not doing that.
exactly.
And to stay strong. And we say that all the time, but really it's about staying strong.
Mm-hmm. I like how you said for sure that spoke to me while you were talking is to be kind to ourselves because it goes back to when you talked about shifting our mindset, especially when you go on something rather it's breast cancer or something else that maybe seems hard to an individual. It's our mindset that can get us stuck into the negative side of it. And so you have to be like, no, I need to shift it and be more positive and love on me a little more instead of being so hard on myself. So that's good. I love that you said
Yeah, yeah, and like I said before, the main thing is don't let other people dictate.
yes.
Don't let them.
Yeah.
They can't dictate your life.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
God is the only one who can do that.
That's
You
right.
know, because and I will give an example. My oncologist told me that I will more than likely die from breast cancer, and I shut her down.
Mm,
And I just said, you can't tell me that.
right.
You are not God.
Right.
And I will not receive that.
Mhm.
So, and she, she was like, okay, I'm sorry. But I, I really get upset when scientists and, and doctors tell you, your fate.
Mhm.
And when you start hearing the negative of everything, your
Yeah.
mind shifts to the negativity.
Yes.
And that's where you go. That I believe that. Now, other people may not believe that. I believe that. So instead of having someone tell you, don't do that. Just cut them off, shut them down. You are not God. You cannot tell me how long I'm going to live. You can't, and that's just
Mhm.
me. That's what I believe.
No, I believe what you, girl. I'm like, you gonna tell me no? No, is you? No, did you? No, you didn't make this land. Don't
Exactly.
go.
Right.
I know I'm joking about it, but it's true. I like how you said that. I like how you shut them down right then and there in that room. No, you can't tell me. You're not gonna tell me that, and I'm not. I don't believe that. So,
Right. Yeah.
amen. Where are you preaching? We're not a pastor too. Oh my lord. Okay, I got a few more questions, and then we're gonna.
Okay.
I don't know which one I want to ask. How do you continue to walk in your transformation today?
How do I continue to walk in my transformation today? I wake up with gratitude. I
Thank
will tell you that. I wake up thankful every single morning that I am here, that I am able to breathe, that I am able to see God's masterpiece, that I am able to smile, that, I'm able to just be alive.
Yes.
And that's how, you know, I, I believe that we can all do that. I think gratitude is the very first thing that you should do when you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that starts your day. If you just stay in that, regardless of, and it's hard, regardless of the people that you're around or
Yes.
regardless of what happens during the day, just be thankful that you're even here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the important thing. Be thankful. And
Amen.
it's hard to tell people that when you haven't gone through anything. But when
True.
you've gone through a lot,
Mm-hmm.
then you figure out, it's the little things that really matter, that you're grateful for, the air that you breathe. I mean, we it's like it just comes. We
Mm-hmm.
don't look at it, it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So just be grateful for the little things. But I wake up with gratitude every morning.
I like that. I think I 100%, 110% agree that we all should be waking up a lot more thankful. Even just waking up, being able to just breathe. Because I've just been thinking about that a lot lately. I'm like, just you breathing. God has you here for a purpose. We don't know why, but you're here.
Exactly.
That's good. I lied. I said I had two more. I got two more right now. What
I
does
do. I
uh,
do.
okay? What does walking through life mean to you in
Walking
general?
through life. Wow. What does walking through life? Hmm. Walking through life, I think, means mm, courage, walking through with grace, um, embracing both the broken and um, and the beautiful. We all have the beauty within us. Just walking um, through those broken pieces and knowing that they all serve a purpose.
Girl, it just hit me hard. My bad. I had to pause for, I had to pause for a minute. The broken. Ooh. Okay, one more question and we're going to wrap it on up.
Okay.
How do you celebrate small victories like today versus, well, just today in general? Just how do you celebrate?
Oh, wow. Being thankful, continue to be thankful, journaling. And that the journaling is more for me reflecting and more um How can I answer that? Prayer,
I love that.
simply smiling, because every victory matters.
It does.
Every victory matters. So I do celebrate the small things, by just journaling, by just laughing, by just being around friends.
Mhm.
So, yeah, being thankful.
Amen. Stay thankful, y'all. Wake up. This is
Be
the day the Lord
thankful.
has made.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, it was an incredible conversation with you tonight, Jaqueline, the author of My Pink Window. Thank you again for courageously sharing your story and shining the light on resilience, hope, and faith. As we close tonight's Transformational Tuesday, we also want to honor Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a time to recognize survivors, remember those we have lost, and stand alongside those who are still fighting. Your voice, Jacqueline, is not just your own. It's a beacon for women everywhere to see their worth and embrace life with authentic strength. To everyone watching, let Jacqueline's journey inspire you to keep moving forward, to celebrate your victory, big or small, and to know that you are never alone. Transformation begins with one brave step. Until next time, y'all, keep walking the straight, keep embracing your story, and let's continue to honor hope, healing, and resilience together. We'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.